You're watching GoGWBulldogs.com. I'm Darren Drennan here with head coach Rick Jones. Coach, congratulations on 43. Final score 42-0 over Little Rock Parkview Patriots. Good win tonight, but it took a while to get there.
Yeah, it was a good win. It was an expensive win, it looks like, because we got some guys banged up. But it's always a challenge with those guys. I told our players all week long that you can block these guys, but they don't stay blocked. And you can try to tackle those guys, but they're not easy to tackle. They play hard. They play aggressively. They get off blocks so well. That's the thing that's so impressive when you watch them on film. You can block them, but you can't keep them blocked without really finishing your blocks and doing that. Defensively, I was really proud. Obviously, the shutout. They didn't have a whole lot of offense tonight. I was very, very pleased. I thought we flew around well. I thought we contained well. They hit a couple passes on us where we should have had a little better coverage. But, I mean, all in all, defensively, it was good. Kicking game was solid. We didn't give up much in the kicking game. One kickoff return that was more than it should have been. But hey, it's a win. It's an expensive win because it looks like, Jay might be out for a while, and we're not sure about Hoyt and Nick Kleinschmidt as well. So we had quite a few guys that are going to have to visit the training room, and we'll see what happens. But that's part of it. Next man up, you got to be ready to go. If there's any silver lining, it's the fact that if Jay's not ready to go, we have a guy that is, and have a guy that's already done it, and that's a great luxury to have. But I taught Coach Harden, and they play tough, and I knew his kids wouldn't quit. They won't quit until the last buzzer blows, and I have a lot of respect for Coach Hardeman. They do a nice job. They hit, they run to the ball, and they make you pay. And you have to play well to beat them. And I thought we played really well in certain aspects, not so well in others.
Well, Coach, offensively, things were going pretty well. It looked like the game was in control in the first half, but then things started to sputter a little bit. What do you tell your team when things are going well and then adversity hits?
Well, it was really frustrating because it's like you say, things were going really, really well. And we decided to start working on a few things that we had been doing in practice that we hadn't done a lot all season, frankly. And so we sort of, changed up what we were actually trying to do. And we didn't do it very well. We didn't execute that stuff very well. That's the bottom line. We didn't have guys open. Our protection broke down a couple times. Didn't make good decisions with football a couple times. So we were at a point in the game with our defense playing the way they were. We thought we were doing things, and we were doing things that we're going to need to do successfully to win the games that we need to win. And so we go out and we start doing what we think we need to be doing. We didn't execute very well, frankly. We didn't protect very well, didn't run routes very well, and didn't throw it very well a couple times. So it's a work in progress. A football team is always a work in progress. We're 5 games into it. It's a process, and you have to get better every day, and that's what we tell our team. You have to go out and work hard every single day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's just the way it goes.
Coach, when people read the paper, they'll see 42-0 and think, well, another blowout by Greenwood. But the game never really felt like that. How do you keep the team, in focus when the score looks like, it's out of hand? How do you keep them in focus?
Well, you hope that they're watching the game because they can sort of see that things aren't exactly smooth out there offensively. Defensively, I thought those guys had them under control, pretty much all night. But offensively, we were sputtering around. We were inconsistent. If we blocked a hole inside, we tried to run outside. If we didn't have anywhere to run sometimes because we didn't block the guys at all. We didn't protect right sometimes. We didn't run good routes sometimes. It was it's a good film for us to watch. Just say, now listen, when we do it right, because that's the beauty of this is that when we do it right, it works. It works. But when we don't do it right, when we try to do our own thing or we try to improvise, it doesn't. That's not really our thing. Even on scramble routes, we have set places that people are supposed to be and places they're supposed to go, so we have guys hopefully coming open. But we didn't do a great job of that, and we have to get better this week.
Coach, homecoming's over with now. A lot of fans here tonight. Tell you what, never fails. They had fans all the way back from like 1950s, graduates from Greenwood High School. And it's great to see all these fans at Smith Robbins Stadium. What do you attribute this incredible fan base to?
Well, that's a great question. I really don't know. I do know that there's some great men and women that have been a part of this overall thing. You look at obviously the superintendents during the time that they built the facilities. I think that's an important part of it. I think the fact that the community doesn't have a lot of distractions. We have, a lot of our people work in Fort Smith. The school's sort of the main attraction, and they take pride in it. And our parents and our kids do a wonderful job of making the sacrifices necessary for us to be successful. And the thing is that I've said it, a bunch of times before, but I give a lot of credit to Ronnie and Martina Peacock, because Martina was just a very special person in that she wanted every Friday night to be an event and to be something that you didn't want to miss. And hopefully and luckily, and we're going to keep trying to make it that way, but not with the flash and the way that Martina got things done. And it is we were sorry to lose her this past year, but I really give a lot of credit to Martina and Ronnie, and that this is a program that's been good at different times, but I think Ronnie kicked it up to the next level. And Martina, with her organization and structure and the cheerleaders, that I just think they made this a very, very special place, and we're lucky to be here.
Coach, congratulations again on a nice homecoming win, 42-0. We're going to talk about our opponent next week after this word from our sponsors.
We're having our 75th anniversary celebration at Smith Chevrolet Cadillac. Test drive the new redesigned 2013 Malibu and experience the smoothness, comfort, and style that gets up to 37 miles per gallon. Buy a new 2013 Silverado 1500 and you will get 2 years or 24,000 miles of free scheduled maintenance. It's the best pickup coverage in America. Celebrating 75 years, Smith Chevrolet Cadillac.
Destination America presents American Orange Annuity. It all started in 1926 with a unique, delicious fruity drink. Julius Freed concocted the first Orange Julius and set up shop in LA. Soon, stands started popping up across the country, making this unique beverage an instant American favorite. In 1987, it became part of the DQ family, and the rest of the delicious journey is history. From the first Orange Julius to the new premium fruit smoothies, this Destination America Orange Annuity profile is presented by the world-famous Orange Julius Smoothie Shop, now inside your DQ.
We're back with head coach Rick Jones, and Coach Jones headed to Little Rock this next week to play Little Rock Catholic in a very, very familiar setting, War Memorial Stadium. Tell me your thoughts on the game coming up.
Well, we like playing there, that's for sure. Catholic it started out a little bit slow. They have a new coach, new system, and you can tell. I haven't looked at film yet, but you can tell by looking at the scores, they're getting more acclimated every week. They're doing better and better and better, and I know Coach Fogelman will have those guys ready to play. It's a really good game. They're a physical, well-coached team. They have some skilled people as well. It's played at War Memorial, and it's going to be a challenge for us. And of course, we're not quite sure who we're going to take, who's going to be ready to answer the call Friday night. So it's next man up, and we have to be ready to play.
Well, Coach, looking forward to the game this next week in Little Rock, and we'll see you next time.